What's up, everybody? My name's J. Michael. This is Nikki. We're with Explore55plus.com.
You could have knocked over your camera.
That would have been real bad. Toss me that pillow back.
No.
Toss me the pillow back.
He doesn't need the pillow.
Toss me the pillow. All right. So today we're going to talk about some really important stuff here. HOAs. They're kind of confusing. There's a lot of weird costs involved in closing on a home that pertain to HOAs, CDDs. You know, you've got
capital contributions.
This will be a good video for you guys, just in terms of knowledge and your understanding of what you're gonna have to pay for, potentially what to look for, right?
Yep, and let's start with CDD because frankly we're all a little confused exactly what CDDs are. Not what they are, but they're all different. So it stands for Community Development District. It's a legislative body of some sort that helps a developer set up infrastructure, the amenities, and things like that prior to you buying your homes, and then it's built into the taxes.
So
mud?
I'm a developer. Yeah, clear as mud. I'm a developer. And I want to build a community. So I go to the community development district and I'm essentially taking a loan out and having you guys pay that over the next 20 to 30 years. The reason you can pay through your taxes is because it's actually part of the local government. So it's something you don't have to worry about. It just goes paid through your taxes. The nice thing about this is it actually helps keep home prices lower. And it allows developers to build the amenities prior or when they start building homes. You've probably seen communities where they have these renderings of a beautiful clubhouse that's going to come along once they have enough homes sold. So this allows people from day one to enjoy amenities, stuff like that. Can be kind of confusing. Definitely something that changes per community, so you kind of just have to keep an eye out for it and talk to your agent about when you're starting to look at communities, whether they have one, what it pertains to. Before we move on, really quick, I just want to read this. How is a CDD different from an HOA? An HOA, or Homeowners Association, develops and enforces community standards and maintains common areas, private roadways, and community amenities in the case of a non-CDD community. In a CDD community, the HOA serves as a vehicle that represents homeowners when dealing with the CDD board. Typically in CDD communities, an HOA does not perform any maintenance or upkeep of the common areas or amenities. Therefore, HOA fees are very low. The HOA will still control the architectural review board and enforce the community covenants and restrictions.
So there probably would not find a high CDD and a high HOA because it just doesn't happen that way.
They do tend to balance out.
They balance out, and what it does is, and usually a developer who has that will lay out exactly what the CDD covers, which is the amenities and the maintenance of those. The HOA might cover your lawn care, your cable, your internet. They typically lay it out pretty easy so you can see the two and what it covers. Agents know all this stuff, and we can help you figure out exactly what covers what. And the bottom line again is the math. It is very confusing for a lot of people when an HOA, it's like, why is that HOA so high and this one's only 100? Well, that one's 100, but that's just your common areas and your maintenance of your amenities. You do your own lawn care, you paint your own house, you go get your cable, you go get your internet, and by the time you do all that, it may be kind of a wash.
It should be a wash.
Pretty much that
it changes a little bit depending on like the size of the community and stuff. And if it changes a lot, you probably have someone embezzling.
The folks that buy in a 55 plus community are all concerned about their monthly, payments because of their monthly fixed income and stuff. They're very well maintained. You very rarely see any hikes unless the whole place is voted that they're adding something to that particular HOA. So it's pretty stable. It's just knowing the more the HOA includes, the more control. So you literally, the ones that paint your house and all of that, they have a palette of colors and you stick with those. The ones with a little more freedom, you're going to see some fun colors. They still have to get them approved. And they may have tchotchkes in their yard and have no problem with it.
Tchotchkes.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Well, beautiful. What's a capital contributions? What the heck is a capital contribution?
So typically this is with new build communities, and it's a way for the HOA to bump or build their escrow fund. So when you buy in, there's a capital contribution. Could be $1,000, could be $2,000, $1,500, whatever.
$500.
500, but they'll let you know, or your agent will let you know, okay, there's a capital contribution here, and then it goes straight to the reserves for the HOA. So it builds up that reserve fund.
So it's really an initial fee for when the HOA gets passed over from the developer to the, so that the community is financially healthy. It's a savings program.
It's called an escrow reserve fund.
Can you and you can see like what your HOA has.
Absolutely, they have. Yes, sir. They've got balance sheets and profit and loss statements.
It's all public to the community, not public, but
right. You can
available
get that.
To the community.
You can get that information if that's where you want to.
Is it worth looking into a community and making sure the HOA is healthy?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because the last thing you want is to get an assessment for something, down the road because they didn't have that reserve fund. But I got to tell you, we've been doing this. I've been doing this for 12 years, and all these reserve, their funds are healthy. I'll give you an example. We have a community that decided to buy the golf course as a whole, as the community, and it increased their HOA by $10 a month is all. So they went from 105 to 115.
Is it a private golf course now?
No, still public, but
So
the HOA is going to manage it now.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It sounds complicated, but you've got great agents that will know and be able to explain.
Yeah, and it varies per community. So just some good questions in a recap. Do you have any capital contributions, CDD, and HOA? And then you want to know what they cover. You want to know, obviously, if it's a healthy HOA. You want to know the information about the CDD. Lots of interesting stuff out there, folks. Agents are going to be able to help you with this stuff when you start looking at specific communities. Hopefully this didn't confuse you more. I'm sure it did. If you want to get connected with someone on our team, visit explore55plus.com or give us a call, text us, email us, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, that was lovely.